2021 Lighthouse Classic. We have the Booneville Blue Devils. Coach, if you don't care to introduce yourself and your players for us.
I'm Michael Smith. This is James Dukes, Kendrick Simmons, Dicorean McGee.
All right, Coach, start out with you here. Early morning game. Were your guys awake and ready to play?
We didn't play very well. I think that probably they had a lot to do with that, the way they played. We had a lot of guys miss practice time this week. We had a long layoff, and that's not an excuse, but we just weren't very fluid. Didn't think our effort was where it needed to be, and focus and attention to detail. We've got to get better if we want to reach the goals that we have set for ourselves.
Yeah, that's one of the things we were talking with the Red Bay guys about is that these early games sometimes can be hard to get up for, you know. But they didn't want to come up here and get blown out. And he said one of the players actually sent this about y'all. He said it was an honor to be able to play a team like y'all, because they haven't faced a team as quick, tall, lengthy, and all as y'all are. So they paid y'all that compliment. Just want to let y'all know that. Congratulations on the win, by the way. Well, we were talking about earlier, you know, a lot of folks actually probably came in this year expecting a blowout. And as you said, Coach, sometimes, you know, situations just don't lend themselves to that kind of a day. But you still fought through, you won the game. I kind of wanted to go back to the third quarter. You know, both of y'all went on those 11-0 runs. Y'all put some space between you, but they never would go away. And you mentioned that a moment ago. They made it hard on you. How did they do that?
I think they hit shots. The guys that they have can shoot the basketball, hit shots. I think that's the difference in the game. That people who are, can say, less athletic or not as tall or whatever you want to describe them as, when they have the ability to shoot the ball, they spread you out and it negates some advantages that you might have. They just put a lot of pressure on you the way they shoot. They're very well coached. They run a lot of stuff. They're good defensively. They made some adjustments, I thought, in the game and how they guarded a few things that we were doing. They forced us to go away from it for a while. I thought we changed up defensively a couple times that gave them trouble. But I think that we had to change multiple times because they adjusted too. And once they got adjusted to it, we had to get back out and get something else.
Yeah, their coach mentioned the 1-3-1 zone y'all went into, and it gave them a lot of problems. He said they were able to kind of fight through and kind of not figure it out, but kind of get a couple of baskets and kind of get back in it. So I thought both teams played really well. Both teams hustled really hard. I thought, you know, even though all the calls may not have gone your way, but I thought both teams. Let me throw a question at all you players here. This is y'all's first time in the Classic, as far as I understand. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
And were y'all supposed to come last year?
Yes, sir, we were.
So there's a lot of teams here for the first time. Would have been their second,
Sure.
if we'd have had it last year. But first, I want to congratulate Dicorean on being the MVP. And I know that y'all don't play the game for individual honors probably, but what's that kind of feelings that give you to know that you led your team and helped your team to a victory today, even though y'all didn't maybe play your best?
They had all the trust in me. Second half came out aggressive. First half they executed better than us, rebounded. We was stepping fouling, fouling a lot.
You're a young man. You're just a freshman, and this is big time for y'all, man. You know, the first time in a media room, obviously, right? For something like this. What was it like for you playing in this game today, and playing in this kind of atmosphere?
It was crazy for the first time. I ain't never been in an atmosphere like this. Hopefully get to see more though.
And Mr. Dukes, what about you?
It was fun for me, man.
Y'all played in the state championship game, obviously.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
you have been on a big stage before, and I don't mean to get you wrong, but this is one of the top tournaments, if not the top holiday tournament in the country, according to a lot of coaches. So, and it's for a great cause. Obviously, everybody knows what the cause is. What does that mean to you to be able to play and help raise money for something like the Lighthouse?
It means a lot. Just raise money for people that need it, you know. Yeah, I just think that's something the world needs more of.
Yeah.
Michael, we're going to come back to you. We're going to finish it off here. This is your first time coming. You've had some really good teams at Booneville. You know, you have a great future. If not this team this year, the next couple of years, you're going to have a loaded team, in my opinion. What does it mean for you to be able to bring your guys and put them on a showcase level like this for you?
I think it's important for guys to appreciate the history of a game or a tournament. When you start looking at the name of some elite level players that's played in this, whether it's Devin Booker or Malik Newman or just countless others that's played in it. you're sharing the same moment that they shared. I think it's special. The Lighthouse has done a great job of expanding this to one of the premier events in the country. It's something we hope we're a part of for a long time.
Y'all seem to play really well. You're young, but you play very well together as a team. Y'all seem to be able to read what the other players are doing. What is it that motivates y'all to do that? Or,
Well coached. Well coached, go hard every day, practice. And at least in the game every time.
And I think he'll be all right with me saying this because we talked a couple of weeks ago that I was asking about this ball team, and y'all just went to a championship game.
And tell them what I told them.
Can I tell him?
Yeah.
He said this could be his best team since the maybe 2011 team that won state.
Since I've been there.
Since he's been there. How does that make y'all? Does that add pressure to y'all knowing that your coach has that much faith in your abilities?
He's been telling us that since really day one, for real.
That y'all have that ability, and you just got to get you to the point of getting to there. You know, is getting to that, being at that level, and still early in the season, man. Still early in the season. This is what game? How many of y'all
This
play?
is 3.
Three,
Yeah,
and
break in between.
because y'all had a couple that have been canceled, so. And then y'all had a really hard beginning last year, you know, with the COVID and everything going on. You know, I think you told me that you had more games than you had practices at one point. So, you know, at least this year we're kind of back to somewhat normal. But congratulations on the win today, guys. I know it's hard fought, but it may be a little harder than you thought it would be, but you got it. So
Thank you.
that's what matters.
I appreciate what y'all do.
All right, thanks, guys.